Hey everyone, we are in September and I want to give a big shout out to all of our early prep applicants starting this month. We have a lot of early prep applicants that have already been going, but a lot starting this month. So I want to give some tips for what to expect during early bar prep and some what to do and what not to do. Well, number one, make sure you try and stay on schedule. A lot of applicants start early, and then because it's several months until the grinding period, the general course period, they kind of fall off track and stop their scheduling or get distracted, go on vacations, go out too much. So you really want to make sure to get a regimen going. You don't want to overdo it or burn out because it is several months before the exam, and that's where a good scheduling scheme will come in to make sure that you stay on track and not overdo it, but make sure you do your best to stay on track, get your assignments in, and not fall too far behind. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is you don't want to go in excess of your schedule. So what is assigned to you is really where you should stick. There, especially if you're in my course doing early prep, then if you go in excess of the schedule, it could deter you from the game plan and ultimate scheme of what I'm having you do. So really try not to go ahead with your multiple choice. I know it's tempting. Don't go ahead on more issue spotting or performance tests unless I tell you to do so. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that the goal of early prep, a big goal of it, is to take your time with the subject matter. So sometimes it can feel like you're not covering enough, but that is kind of the antithesis of the goal of early prep. You want to take your time within each subject. Sometimes we'll even be doing 2 to 3 weeks per subject to really build your foundation of law of knowledge and make sure that you are connecting with especially the MBE humongous subjects like evidence and torts and civil procedure, right? You have to know California and federal for both evidence and Civ Pro, and really taking your time and having a high level of connectivity. You don't want to rush through subject matter. This is not a cramming stage. Really, you should never cram for the California bar, but this is a time to really take your time and again, have a high level of connectivity with the material. So for those starting, I know there can be some pre-starting kind of jitters. Make sure that you have a good study space, make sure it's consistent, don't overdo it. And of course, if you're a student of mine, reach out for any questions. Good luck to all those starting or those starting part 2, part 3s of their early prep scheduling. We do still have some spots left for September. We're going to have a start date next week, and then we will have a final 2024 start date in October, and then we will head into our February course, and then we'll have start dates that will restart for early prep after the new year. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Like the summer kind of just went so fast. After the new year for the July 2025 exam. So if you want to get started early, which I highly recommend, unless you're waiting on results, then contact us and we'll set up a consult. Have a beautiful day.